according to those on some of the ships, Israel sprayed them with skunk water before boarding. That's a substance developed in Israel and regularly sprayed from water cannons aimed at Palestinians. Here's how the BBC describes it. It's a truly putrid stench. Palestinians who have been sprayed describe it as worse than raw sewage and like a mixture of excrement, noxious gas, and a decomposing donkey. The secret recipe includes yeast, baking powder, and water, which sounds innocent enough, but the scent can linger on skin and in the environment for days, sometimes longer. Now, we can't say whether it was always skunk water being sprayed, but the use of water cannons against the flotilla's pretty passive participants was relentless. Across many boats, participants were repeatedly and completely drenched, even as they sat with their hands in the air. Now, whether it was skunk or not, the intention seemed to us here in the studio, it seemed clear. The Israeli military wanted to weaken and demoralize those on board, driving them to the point of exhaustion and even potentially hypothermia.
So skunk water is an example of how the Israeli occupation of Palestinians is an issue that affects us all. It is a universally important issue of justice. And, we often quote Nelson Mandela when he says that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. But it shows us quite a specific way in which that is true, because skunk water was developed by an Israeli firm. It was first used on demonstrators in the West Bank in 2008. And to be very clear, this is an example of an Israeli-developed chemical weapon. It is about, drenching people in a foul smell. It's used against people's homes in Palestine, which obviously destroys everything in their home. Palestinians have described this as being a humiliating ritual as well as a materially destructive ritual, degrading, a form of collective punishment. And this is a weapon and a technology of occupation and oppression that has been developed within a very specific context of the Israeli occupation of Palestinians. Because in the Palestinians, what you have is a stateless people, a people who do not have access to the kinds of rights structures that everyone else has access to, that do not have access to structures of self-defense. They do not have a state that can legally defend them and can protect them.